Hello everybody, welcome to Learn About Nature, and I'm Sergeant A. It's now December, so in honor of the Christmas month, I think we'll go over the reindeer. The reindeer have many fallacies, and they have one unique quality which I'll go over. As usual, we'll watch a short video of them actually in motion and being natural, and then I'll read some facts. I found a site that has some good facts. So here we go. And these are reindeer in Iceland. Iceland's actually on my list of one of the places I'd like to visit one day. There's not a lot of people can say they've been to Iceland that are not from there. They all have pretty big antlers there. Looks like another herd. They have much smaller antlers. There's no narration. I don't know if it's just a different type in a different area, or these guys are younger. Breathtaking view though, those mountains behind there. Yes, they do have different type of antlers. I wonder if it's a different age or what. Okay. Okay, now let's get to some facts about the reindeer. Found a website called Live Science, and it's got some cool facts. And just reading briefly before starting, I could see some things I did not know. Okay, now reindeer do not fly, but they do sometimes have red noses. They're part of the deer family, or the Cervidae, which includes deer, elk, moose, and wapiti. Like others in their family, reindeer have long legs, hooves, and antlers. They're also called caribou, depending on their location. I did not know that. I always thought they were a different type of animal. They're called reindeer in Europe, but in North America, reindeer refers to Eurasian populations, and caribou refers to wild populations in North America. That's according to the San Diego Zoo. Reindeer also often refers to domesticated animals, while caribou refers to the wild population. Some scientists think that the reindeer was one of the first domesticated animals. It was first domesticated around 2,000 years ago, according to Smithsonian. And many Arctic societies still rely on this animal for food, clothing, and materials for their shelter. Now, as far as size, the male reindeer grow 28 to 53 inches tall from hooves to shoulder, and around 5'9" to 6.8 foot long. Females are typically smaller, around 5.5 to 6.2 feet, and males will weigh around 143 to 529 pounds, and females will weigh from 121 to 308 pounds. Now, these animals are the only type of deer in which both the male and female reindeers grow antlers. Now, this is something else I learned that's new. That's pretty cool to know. Most deer type, the female does not grow antlers. Now, these antlers fall off and regrow every year. Males can grow up to 51 inches long and weigh up to 33 pounds. A lot of weight to be carried on your head. Makes them very useful for fighting, though. A female's antlers can grow up to 20 inches, according to the San Diego Zoo. Now, here's what they're talking about in the red-nosed reindeer. The secret to Rudolph's rosy schnozzle is a dense network of blood vessels in the nose. Scientists explained in 2012 Life Scientist article. Reindeer, it seems, have 25% more capillaries carrying red oxygen-rich blood in their nasal architecture than humans, said medical researchers in the Netherlands and University of Rochester in New York. In colder climates, the increase in the blood flow in the nose will help keep the nose surface warm. Dr. John Cullen of University of Rochester said that. The dense network of blood vessels in reindeer noses is also essential for regulating animals' internal body temperature. Like many mammals, reindeer do not sweat. Habitat. Reindeer are found in Alaska, Canada, Greenland, Northern Europe, and Northern Asia in the tundra, mountains, and woodland habitats. Their home ranges tend to be as big as 190 square miles, according to Encyclopedia Britannica. All right, now habits. Reindeers are very social creatures. They feed, travel, and rest in groups called herds. Now, these herds can include from 10 animals to a few hundred, according to the San Diego Zoo. And in the spring, herds can even get bigger, from 50,000 to 500,000 members. The herds often travel south around 1,000 miles to 3,000 miles to find food in the winter. Reindeer are herbivores, which means they only eat vegetation. Their diet can include herbs, ferns, mosses, grasses, shoots, fungi, and leaves. On average, an adult reindeer will eat around 9 to 18 pounds of vegetation a day, according to the San Diego Zoo. In the winter, reindeer must dig through the snow to find food. They dig using their antlers and munch on energy-packed lichens called reindeer moss. Female reindeer have a gestation period of about 7.5 months and typically give birth to only one youth at a time, though they have been found to have up to 4 young at a time. At birth, a baby reindeer, called a calf, weighs 5 to 20 pounds. Now, calves are able to stand after their first hour of life, and within a week, they start eating solid food in addition to their mother's milk. They are weaned completely within 6 months and start growing their first set of antlers around their second birthday. Now, reindeers become mature at 4 to 6 years old and usually live 15 to 18 years. I saw something else down here. Oh yeah, down here in the conservation statics. Reindeer are listed as vulnerable by the International Union for Conservation of Nature. And they say the species has this distinction because it has had a 40% decline in population in the past 27 years. It's currently around 3.5 million caribou in North America, around 1 million wild reindeer in Eurasia, and about 3 million domestic reindeer in Northern Europe. And that's according to the Encyclopedia Britannica. And over here we got the interesting fact about the male reindeer and about Rudolph. Okay, so male reindeers lose their antlers in November, but the females will keep theirs much longer. So this means that Santa Claus's reindeer must all be female, since they depicted as having horns in December 24. Reindeers are built for the cold. Like I said, their noses warm up the air before it gets to their lungs and their entire body, including their hooves are covered with fur. They can't fly, but they can run. According to the San Diego Zoo, they can run up to 50 miles per hour. So that's put a disclaimer about Santa and his reindeer, because they're always depicted as having males. But the males lost their... but then again, they're magical, so they could have them. Alright, well, I learned a few things here about the reindeer, which I did not know about. One thing was the horns, the antlers, both grow them, not just the males. And about the red noses is actually true. I did not know that. Alright, well, I hope you learned something here like I did. I'm going to post a link to this livescience.com below, and hopefully you'll like it. Share it with your friends. Get them started watching with me every Monday. And if you haven't done so yet, subscribe. You get notified when they come out. Okay? So this will be Sergeant A signing out. Till next Monday.